My name is Kathleen Leiden. My pronouns are she and her, and my role at Dove is I am the Director of Community Services.
Chris Healy, he, him, his, Director of Admin and Operations.
Julie Thermidor, my pronouns are she, her, and I'm the Civilian Domestic Violence Advocate for Dove.
So my name is Jay Carroll. I use they, them pronouns, and I am the Director of the Legal Advocacy Program.
Because I've always said that I wanted to do work that empower girls and women to live their best lives.
Issues that were predominantly facing women.
So that I could give back what was given to me when I was a client at Dove.
I always knew that I wanted to do public interest legal work.
The systems level oppressions, I think, is what led me to working at Dove.
We moved to the new space in Quincy and saw how much space we had and how nice it was, how much light there was. That was really, really nice.
And I got a phone call from Sue, our executive director, who said, do you want to run our shelter instead? And I said, sure.
My favorite memories are kind of just being amongst a team that's really collaborative and friendly and work really well together.
There is someone that I had supported for over a year, and the person actually called me to thank me, to say that if it wasn't for me and God, she would not be alive right now.
Just by reaching out with parents, offering that parent support with their children too makes such a difference for them.
Especially working with students, is when I hear students talk about taking what we've learned together and then bringing it into their personal lives and talking to their friends about it.
I mean, I'm talking to clients every day who are in very unsafe situations, and they say all the time, just knowing that they can call Dove, knowing that, they'll be able to have legal support if they need it, or be able to call the counseling team.
We sort of have this empowerment model where people can really kind of utilize us.
I have more staff members who are speaking languages other than English.
Be more involved, like the social justice, how we define ourselves, and having more clarity around that.
Reaching every survivor that needs assistance. And so I think that's where my hope for us in the next 5 years would be.
We've had to transition everything to a virtual world, with our client meetings.
I would say that it was a tough adjustment personally, but I do think that we've made it work.
So it seems like Dove was able to just keep rolling and keep working and helping people throughout this whole time.
Just working from home, I'm able to do pretty much all that I do. As long as I have a computer and a printer, I can do pretty much whatever I need to do.
Is definitely, I've noticed that the older children and clients that I work with prefer Zoom.
I miss people, and I miss having our lunch together and our ice cream parties, and just being able to say hello and how are you doing,
and come together in this big room and share all the cookies that everybody made.
Little people running all around the inside of the shelter. I miss the smells when everyone's cooking dinner at nighttime.
When I see the joy in someone's face, that I'm either at the courthouse and they feel that sense of relief.
More contact with other people beyond the legal team, because we see the legal team a lot, but don't get to see people from other departments as much. So that's something I'm looking forward to.
I cannot wait to go back to the office. I know that's a silly thing to say, but whenever people ask me what I'm excited for when the pandemic ends, I'm like, working in person.
Oh, yeah, I don't know that.
Dancing's not really my thing, but maybe I can do a shoulder wave.
Freedom! So fresh, so new. Freedom! It's all for you. All for you. Freedom! Keep your ear to the ground. Talking about freedom! It's the best show in town.
Anything with cookie dough in it.
Warm raisins.
Anything with a coffee flavor.
If I had to choose, I would probably stick with mint chocolate chip just because that is a classic, but I really do like a good salted caramel too.
Green fur. I'm too cute to be invisible. Come on.
I think invisible, because again, there are sneaky things I could do if I were invisible, so some advantages there.
I would rather bump my head every morning when I wake up. I would feel very panicky and claustrophobic in a coffin.
Oh, I'd be fine in a coffin, I think. Yeah, I'm a pretty heavy sleeper, and like I'm somebody that falls asleep really quickly.
I think definitely a giraffe neck.
I think a rhinoceros horn would be more useful.
Yeah.
You could like play ring toss.